today I want to talk about a common question that parents ask all the time. Parents often ask about why is my child always hungry, or some kind of variations like he's always asking for a snack after dinner, or waking up in the middle of the night, binging on snacks, or I find candy wraps in her room. People often wonder if ADHD affects appetite. The answer is yes and no. Yes, because the dopamine reward system in the brain is messed up in ADHD. And this reward center also regulates appetite and hunger, so naturally, it is affecting appetite. And no, because ADHD is not the only reason why your child's appetite is whacked. The answer is really simple. In adults, we call it cravings. In children, we call it hunger or hungry because that's what your child always say, "Mom, I'm hungry." So we know when we're craving. So we know when you have cravings, your body is telling you that something is missing, usually some kind of nutrients. But we always ended up eating junk food with empty calories. Then we ended up binging because our body still didn't get what it needs. The way to look at it is really simple. When we're hungry, our body needs energy. When we're thirsty, our body needs hydration. And when we're cravings, our body actually needs nutrients. Just that simple. So when your child says, "Mom, I'm hungry," they're hungry for nutrients, things like vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. They're not really starving for energy, so giving them things like goldfish crackers and granola bar will not help. Some of you might even notice that your child craves. That's my neighbor. Some of you might even notice that your child craves salt as well. That's definitely a sign of mineral deficiency. In fact, nutrient deficiency is very common in children with ADHD. That's been proven by scientists over and over again. The most common nutrient deficiency in children with ADHD are magnesium, zinc, iron, vitamin D, vitamin Bs, and omega-3 fatty acids. There are two main underlying causes of nutrient deficiencies in children with ADHD, making them always hungry and always asking for or sneaking food. So, number one is poor food choices. This comes no surprise because every day we see parents trying their best to give their children what they think is best, but what I see is they're feeding them what food manufacturer thinks is best for the families. Every kid that I see, their snacks include a repertoire of processed crackers, chips, cookies, puffs, cakes, candies. I call those seafood. Chocolate, fruit snacks, sugar-loaded yogurt. And breakfast are always sugary cereals, Pop-Tarts, granola, and bagels. Lunch and dinner are usually chicken nuggets, hot dogs, and pizza, etc. So where are all the real foods? What vitamins and minerals do you get from these foods? The answer is nothing. These are so-called kid food or kid-friendly food. So why do kids have to have their own food like dog food and cat food? Shouldn't kids be eating the same human food as the parents? But these foods are cheap, convenient, fun, kid-friendly, and healthy according to the TV commercials. So do you really know what's in these foods? And how much does these foods affect your child's ADHD symptoms? You get the idea? And then the next underlying cause is poor digestion. This is a little bit more complicated concept because most people assume that everything that we are eating are 100% broken down into the basic nutrients, the basic units of things like amino acid, glucose, fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals. But the digestion process is actually quite complicated, and for many people, especially kids with ADHD, this process is not smooth. When food that you eat are not properly broken down, our body cannot extract or pull the nutrients from that food. So over time, we ended up with nutrient deficiency. And when food are not being digested properly, that means that the partially digested food is going to cause damage to the intestine, creating tiny little holes. And with this, when the undigested food can actually end up in the bloodstream through these tiny little holes and cause allergic reaction and inflammation. For some kids, it is these allergic reaction and inflammation that caused by poor digest food are one of the many causes behind the lack of focus or brain fog in adult terms, or hyperactivity or restlessness in adult, and mood swing. Poorly digested food also changes the intestinal environment, causing the gut bacterial imbalance. And poor, poor digestion can also be caused by nutrient deficiency. Your body needs a lot of nutrients, need a lot of different nutrients to break down, to make things like stomach acid and digestive enzymes to break down food. So if you're not having enough of the right nutrients, your body cannot make those and digestion cannot happen properly. So what are 3 things you can do when your child is always hungry? So number 1, making sure that he or she is eating nutritious real food that doesn't come from a box or package, especially ones that have a longer shelf life than your pet goldfish. And you can learn more about what type of food to feed your child in the Eat to Focus book. I have a complete list of rocket fuel food for the ADHD brain. And then number 2 is taking vitamins and minerals, especially the ones that are commonly missing in kids with ADHD. Things like examples are magnesium, zinc, iron, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids. And then number 3 is you can take lemon juice or apple cider vinegar with meals to help with digestion, especially if your child is also constipated. Another option is taking a digestive enzymes. You can go to the resource page or the shop session in my web page or website. I think I have a recommendation from there. So that's about it. So I hope you find this information helpful, and let me know what you think and comment below. And remember, ADHD doesn't doom your child to a life of underachievement. You know your child is bright, full of potential, and deserves the best. In fact, many of the world's greatest discoveries and inventions were made by people who have ADHD. And I helped my crazy wild child who couldn't read or write when she was little with the 4 steps that I laid out in the Eat to Focus book. So now she's a merit scholarship student studying pre-med in Loyola Chicago University. So stay strong and keep believing in your child. And also check out the Eat to Focus book at Amazon.com to learn about my story that I used to transform my daughter and help her reach her full potential. This information might change your future. Okay, that's it for now. Bye.